I guess we've got to count them. This is a brand new day. Don't leave it up to the other man or to another day. Take your life into your hands, make it work out your way. It's not the number of times you stumble down and fall to the ground. It's the number of times you pick yourself up and keep on moving on to reach your goal. Come on, everybody. Come on, everyone. The time to love is here. Let these troubled days be done. I tell you, come on, everybody. Come on, everyone. The time to love is here. Let these troubled days be done. Welcome, welcome, welcome. This is Dr. Herbert Harris, and this is Success at Supper Time. Hey, Terrence, how are you today? Welcome on Instagram. Those of you on Instagram and those of you on YouTube, tonight is your night to continue with Success at Supper Time. As you know, our readings and our topics are based on our book, The 12 Universal Laws of Success, and our home study course, New You for the New Year home study course. Tonight, as people are joining us, we're going to talk about your goals. And you know, in the New You for the New Year home study course, part 4, well, part 3 and part 4, lesson 3 and 4 deal with your goals and how to accomplish them. And one of the things about your goals is your goals. Welcome, Chris, and congratulations. Thanks for joining us as a member of the New You for the New Year home study course. Looking forward to working with you. That when we think about the idea of your goals, we are looking now in chapter 3 of the 12 Universal Laws of Success, the Law of Vision. And so your goals relate to your vision in a certain way. Your vision is like the big picture. You know, a vision might be a vision of you graduating from college, a vision of you owning a business, a vision of you having your family sitting around at Thanksgiving and being, you know, having a really harmonious Thanksgiving dinner. So the vision is like the picture. And this is one of the reasons that we say that meditation is very, very helpful and as a tool in your success journey. Because it is through meditation that you can often quiet the senses and get a chance to really see in your mind's eye, in your imagination. That went down wrong. But actually see in your imagination the vision of what you would like your life to be. The goals now are the stair steps that lead you to your vision. For example, you may have a vision of, I just counseled a young man, and he wants to become a truck driver. And he was saying, Dr. Harris, you know, well, how do you become a truck driver? I don't know where to go. So a vision might be to become a truck driver, to see yourself owning your own rig, you know, on the highway. We need truck drivers now. And so with your vision, you can see that. You can see yourself behind the wheel. Now, how do you get from where you are right now, your present situation, to your vision? And so your goals are the stair steps to your vision. After you have gone through lessons 1 of the home study course, where you assess your situation, your location, and step 2, where you look at the changes you need to make in your life now, changing your thoughts and your habits and your emotions and even in your relationships. Your goals now are these things that will guide you to this vision. Whatever that vision is of the new you, that vision is your blueprint for your life. So let's look at goals, because if your goals are not proper goals, then your journey can be undermined. Your intention can be proper and great, but in setting goals that were not smart, we'll go into that in a moment, but in setting goals that are not smart, you can undermine your efforts. So how do you avoid undermining your efforts so that you can get on the success track to achieve the goals that will lead you to your vision? Number one, your goals must be SMART, S-M-A-R-T, SMART. Your goals have got to be specific. The reason that they must be specific is because you have to be able to describe it, to know how it looks, to know how it feels. In the Habakkuk, it says, write the vision, make it plain, that he may run that readeth it, that she may run that readeth it. So your vision is that big picture. Now, in that example, the vision is to become a truck driver. Welcome, Sade, and thanks for pointing out that correction. Thank you so much. It's beautiful you're on the case. And by the way, folks, be sure to join us tomorrow morning, Friday morning, for Fantastic Friday. And Sade and I will be talking more money talk. But anyway, when we look at your goals must be specific. So to become a truck driver, that's pretty specific. And if you have a vision of owning your own truck, that's pretty specific. But now, what are the goals? So specific means that it must be something you can write down, something you can describe, something you can feel. So when you decide to write your goal, you put it in every physical description. So I want to be a truck driver. I want to own my truck. I can see myself on the road. I see myself maybe owning a fleet of trucks. And so that's the vision. Now, that specific thing, I want to be a truck driver. That's very specific. M, your goal must be measurable. You got to know how big it is, how fast it moves, and all of those descriptive elements so that you can see it and describe it in great detail. A, your goal must be set in advance. A person was saying one day, they said, well, I have a 10-year goal. I'm like, okay, sounds great. What about 5 years from now? Well, no, I'm just focusing on my 10-year goal. Well, how do you get to your 10-year goal without going through your 5-year goal? How do you get to your 5-year goal without going through your 1-year goal? Most importantly, how do you get to your 10-year goal without doing something today? One of the key lessons of goal setting is that there's always something you can do right now. So whatever you decide you want to do with your life, whatever goals you have, there's always something you can do right now. And that's the key towards achieving your goals, to always have to have something you can do right now. So let's go back to that, that example of a young man who wants to be a truck driver. He doesn't have a license, you know. In that assessment stage, he assesses where he's at. He doesn't have a license. He drives fairly well. Okay? He doesn't have any money. Okay? He has no experience. So now, how do you achieve that goal of becoming a truck driver? Well, you start to lay out all the things you need. Well, number one, I need to learn how to drive. I need to get a personal driver's license. I need to get a commercial driver's license. So those become goals. Number one, learn how to drive. Number two, get a commercial driver's license. I must go to get some education. You have to get some type of truck driver training. So let me find an educational institution. Now, how much does it cost? All those things cost money. So now how do I get the amount of money? How much money do I need to go to truck driving school? What's the time element involved? How long does it take to complete the course? Lay that out. So you get the picture, folks. When we say specific, measurable, and set in advance, this young man is painting a picture of what he wants his life to be like in advance. The fourth key is SMAR, is it must be realistic based on where you are right now. Welcome, Kenya. Mr. Dealer, thank you so much for joining us. And while you're listening, put in the chat where you're listening from, and please share this with someone while we're going through this class. When we say realistic, realistic means based on where you are right now. It's very easy to undermine your goal-setting efforts by setting unrealistic goals. All right, Atlanta's in the house. And so, for example, with the young man with the truck driving thing, he wants to have his own truck and be a truck driver and own his own company and have other people working for him. And he says, I want to do it in 90 days. A great goal, but it may not be realistic for him to do in 90 days. Number one, he can't even drive. So he doesn't even have a driver's license. He definitely doesn't have a commercial license, definitely has no experience, no training, been to no school. And so to have a goal of, I want to be a truck driver in 30 days, starting where you are right now, it doesn't work. And so for our listeners tonight, when you set your goals, don't set yourself up for failure by setting an unrealistic goal at that particular time. Now, as you move along and building your strength and in your faith and in your ability to get things done, you can move the goalposts. And then T, your goals must cover a certain time period. We live on the river of time. Everything we do is in the context of time. And so you can say, well, I want to become a truck driver. Great, when? Soon. Guess what? Soon does not work. I want to become a truck driver. When? I don't know, but I know I want to be one. So the idea is when we start this new process now, and we've been talking at where we are at this point in the year, how do you make adjustments to go forward in a more effective manner? That's really what this class is about today. And the key is to set goals that are smart, specific, measurable, set in advance, realistic, and cover a certain time period. So I would recommend that each and every one of you take a sit down. If you've already gotten the New You for the New Year home study course, there's a whole section in there on writing your goals. So sit down, write your goals, and write them specifically, measurably, set in advance, realistically, and cover in a certain time period. So I want to be, I want to do, I want to have. Probably the most important goal is I want to be. I want to be a better person. Well, what does that mean? That's it. I think many people would like that. I'd like to be a better person. So would I. But let's be specific. What does that mean? Well, being a better person maybe means I listen better. That's specific. Being a better person may mean I have more compassion now. When I see people's situation, I don't throw salt in the wound. I maybe give some good ideas, some recommendations, some help. If I want to be a better person, I don't need to be stressed out from lack of finance. So I need to solve my my income, my riddle of survival. If I want to be a better person, I want to have people around me who love me, who uplift me, who want to help me, who appreciate me. And so this idea of goal setting now is to develop the things that you want to be, do, and have based on the vision you have of yourself. Once you write the vision of what you want to be, what you want to do, what you want to have, and write it in great detail. Dr. J down in Barbados does these beautiful dream boards where she has the students actually draw pictures. And in some of our seminars, we do an exercise, draw your dreams. And so many people years later have that drawing they have of their dreams. So once you can create that vision, then you can lay out the stair steps that will get you to the vision. The reason we wanted to do this tonight is because it's never too late. We're in the first quarter. We got a major 3 quarters of the year ahead of us, or wherever you are, but we have 3 quarters of the year ahead of us. So what can you do right now to put you more effectively and better on the path to your personal success? And number one is to redefine your goals. Lesson 3 in the home study course goes through a whole piece on that. Redefine your goals, write them down, feel them, know how they move, how they smell, how they, the touch, everything about that goal. You want to know it like the back of your hand. Once you've done that, then you can make plans. You see, with no goals, you can't make plans. If you don't have goals, then it doesn't matter whether you have a plan or not. And so the idea of making your success plan is critical. But when you make that success plan now, you set yourself up now to have a track to run on. You give yourself the perspective now to set about doing doing what is important. So let's wrap up right now. We talked about setting goals. And so this is what I'd recommend for each and every one of you on the call tonight. Based on where you are right now, number one, set a goal for this year. If you have not set your annual goals for this year, stop right now. Set your goals. And set your goals in these 6 areas: in the family goals, in personal goals, in professional goals, in financial goals, in spiritual goals, in community goals. Take the time, sit down and write the goals in those particular areas. Once you've written those goals, you got X number of months before the end of the year now, write them down. And each one of your goals now, you look at step 2 is determine what must be done for each goal that you write in each area. And work with that pen, folks. You want a long pen. You have a short memory. Let's have a long pen. Write down what it will take to accomplish each one of your goals. Number 3, set monthly goals. So right now, let's just say we're at the month of March. If we were in June, it didn't matter. Whatever it is now, whatever your goals are to complete this year, to complete this cycle, set monthly goals from this day forward to accomplish your annual goals, your goals for this full year. The beauty of this system is that even if you've messed up for 5 months, whenever you decide to straighten up, you can fly right because you have the tools. So once you've set your monthly goals for each month, then you take each month and you break it down and write down the things that you have to do each month to accomplish each goal. Now you see why the time thing is so important in writing your goals. If you don't have your goals set for a specific time, and each and everything that adds up to you accomplishing that goal is in a time context, then you can't set monthly goals. Once you've set your monthly goals, you determine what must be done to accomplish each monthly goal. Write it out. And then let's look at the first month. So right now, let's say we're in March, but we could be in July. We could be in September. The moment you change your mind, you change your situation. The moment you change your mind, you change your outcome. So now you write your monthly goals. Write your goals for the first month ahead of you now. Normally say first month of the first year. Well, if it's March, you write your goals down for April. And your April goals should support your full year goal. Once you write your goals down for April, make a list of all the things you have to do during the month of April to accomplish those goals, and then group them by week. So now for the first month, let's say April, you want to have the goals you want to accomplish each week of the first month. The first week of April, the second week of April, the third week of April, the fourth week of April. And once you write those goals down, now you want to focus on the first week. And see, this is why it always comes down to now. The only time that you can work on your goal, no matter how big it is right now. And so now you have the goals for the first week, the goals for the first week of April. When you write them down and write down the things that must be done to accomplish those goals for that first week. And now you have daily goals. You take that first week and break it down into 5 or 6 daily goals. You got to rest one day. You have to regenerate yourself. But write down the daily goals to accomplish the goals for that first week. And folks, that's the secret. Every person who achieves outrageous success will tell you that is the secret. When you write those goals down for the first week of the first month, when you accomplish those goals, you're now on trajectory to accomplish your full year goals. If you don't accomplish those goals, and a part of this process is to monitor your progress. You know, we talked yesterday about a simple goal of saving $5,000. How if you had a whole year to do it, you only have to save $104 a week. But if you now let 3 months slip away and you haven't accomplished anything, I think it goes up to $150 a week. You see, you can always recalculate when you do not perform up to the level required for the goals you say you want to accomplish. But each time you fail to accomplish, each time you procrastinate, it makes it more difficult. So if it was challenging to save $104 a week, it's more challenging than to save $150, $155. What it takes is for you to make a new start. It takes for you to think a new thought. Say, you know what? I got to do this. I got to get off this nail. I got to work harder. Yeah. To accomplish my full year goal, I got to get busy this first week. It takes you to say, let me look at my emotions. Let me see what's slowing me down. Why am I procrastinating? Why am I not doing what I know has to be done? Look at your habits and say, what do I have to change now? Because I got to get this done. Failure is not an option. And then finally, you look at your relationships. Maybe there are people holding you back. It's a whole lot easy to lead 100. It's a whole lot easier to lead 100 than to carry one. Okay? So maybe there are people holding you back. But the idea is that once you lay it out clearly like this and you see it, when you see the things that you had to do the first week of this first month, and when you let other people sidetrack you and keep you from doing it, you see the cost you pay. All right, folks, we've gone a little longer than normal, but I wanted to cover this because this completes this week's Success at Supper Time. But remember this, that you have the ability to be whatever you want to be, to do whatever you want to do, and to have whatever you want to have. But you have to have a vision. Scripture says, where there's no vision, the people perish. Where you have no vision, you fail. And once you have a vision, you can now write your goals and get busy getting it done. I invite you to go to our website, www.herbertharris.com, and take a look at, really, if you're serious about changing this year to make this year your year for outrageous success, you need to get that New You for the New Year home study course, because all the things we talked about here are there in a way that you can actually use them and put them to work. Anyway, folks, thanks so much for being with us. Sade, thank you so much. Those of you tomorrow morning, Friday morning, fantastic Friday, join us. Sade and I will be talking money talk to help fire you up, to help you stay on your financial trajectory to your own personal bank. This is Dr. Herbert Harris saying you can be what you want to be. You can do what you want to do. You can have whatever you want to have, always knowing that the best is yet to come. So it is. Those of you who are watching on Instagram and those on YouTube, please make some comments. Love to share your comments and let people hear your story, your interpretation, your relationship, how this whole thing has worked to help you achieve your goals. Thanks so much, Kenya. You keep doing what you're doing. I'll keep doing what I'm doing, man. Together, we're going to change the world. Let's sing it on out. I guess we'd better tell them this is a brand new day. Don't leave it up to the other man or to another day. Take your life into your hands. Make it work out your way. It's not the number of times you stumble down and fall upon the ground. It's the number of times you pick yourself up and keep on moving on to meet your goals. And so it is. The time to love is here. Let these troubled days be done.